Hello, everyone, and welcome back to another FPL Tips live stream. It is Friday evening, the deadline is tomorrow morning. Sorry I had to push this stream back a day, normally on Thursdays, but it is what it is. Yeah, busy last night, so yeah, I hope you are all well. As you may have seen from my tweets, had a few drinks with some of my friends, but still had time to stream, so I thought I'd put it in. And while I was on with the guys from Elite FPL, we were talking about a -4 that I could potentially take, so that could well take place on tonight's stream. Let me know if you guys are in, and we will get straight to it. Let me know which of you guys are joining today. Hello, Lasse. One sec, guys. I'll be with you in just a moment. I need microphone. There we go. Sorry, we are just getting into it. So let's get straight into it. So for any of you guys who don't already follow me on Twitter, that is my page there. I've also recently started putting a lot more out on Instagram. So if you don't follow me there as well, please make sure you go and do so. The username is the same, apart from I have to have an underscore at the end, FPL Tips underscore on Instagram. Yeah, because someone stole my username. But anyway, yeah, if you don't follow me over on Twitter, please make sure you do. And anyone who's new on YouTube, please make sure you hit that subscribe team. Krish, please come and join the YouTube chat, and then I'll be happy to get into that. So yeah, if you don't follow me there, go for it. My differential article came out earlier, if none of you read it, as well as having this free code for all FPL updates. So FPL updates have a website which you pay to use, and I write articles for them. But I have a code of free trial which will give you 1 month free, which will allow you to read my differential articles once a week, plus loads of other good stuff over on there. So make sure you go and do that. Hi Vishal, how many hits we taken today? We will see when we get to my transfers. But guys, it might be some hits being taken live on stream. So, getting into my team from last week. Here we go. So my team last week, I scored 58 points. Slightly disappointed with the game week. There are little things that I was slightly unfortunate about. Stevens with a clean sheet wipeout very early on. A blank from Vardy, I suppose, is all right, but it was more the Mahrez, the Salah blank, and then Mahrez not playing. And Mahrez not playing meant I got Lascelles off my bench, and he got 0 after conceding 4 to Arsenal. So basically meant I played with 10 players this week, sadly, with Mahrez missing out. So, a red arrow this week, down to 550k, as you see on the right hand side of the stream. But yeah, that was that small red arrow, but the game week felt like it went on forever, so just sort of glad that it was over, to be honest. So if we look, how do I still have Gaeta? I don't really know, but if we look at his fixtures for the next sort of few games. Newcastle, Brighton, Watford, Bournemouth. Game week 31, fine. And then game week 32, Burnley at home. It's just not someone that I want to use a transfer on at the moment. It's just not worth it for me when I've got other things that I need to do. So for me, Gaeta will stay. To any of you guys watching on Twitter, please go and come over to YouTube where this is being live streamed, and drop any questions you have in the chat there. So yeah, this is how I'm currently lining up for next week. But for anyone who sort of knows this is unlikely to be the case, this is unlikely to be the case. How do you? So, Quarry, no, I don't currently have any Wolves players in my team, but I am hopefully planning on getting some in. And that is sort of what my -4 will be looking towards. But as we speak now, this is how I am lining up. Stevens finds himself on the bench with with Stevens on the bench, but yeah, -4 is potentially coming this evening. Evening, Josh. Thanks for coming by. We'll catch up later. How are you feeling about game week 27? Sort of mixed, not overly confident, but not like my team's awful. So yeah, it sort of will depend on what transfers I make, which I will plan on doing. I plan on making my transfers on stream tonight. So yeah. So when we look at my captain. So we'll get into the topics first. No, we won't. We'll get into my transfers first. We won't make them or anything like that. So this is how. So for any of you guys watching on Instagram, this is also live on YouTube. So if you want to see my team and things like that, go and check it out. FPL tips on live on YouTube. A lot of links. But yeah, and this is live there. So come and join me on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button. You can see my team and everything we're talking about. So my plan for the -4 involves having to remove Riyad Mahrez and remove Mason Greenwood. And in place of them would be... So it would be bringing in double Wolves. So the first of which would be Traore in the midfield. And up front would be Jimenez. And I have the exact cash to be doing these two moves tonight. Oh yeah, no, I have 0.1 in the bank, but I also want to do Kelly to... I also plan on doing Kelly to... Kelly to Taylor next week. So I need that 0.1 that I've got there. Yes. FPL tips with an S. A lot of you guys might go in there. No, FPL tips with a Z. Make sure you search that. LFC Bible, feel free to send it, or I will be doing Rate My Teams live on stream as I always do. So if you want to come in the chat on YouTube, which I am there, FBL Tips, make sure you put the Z on the end instead of an S. And I will be doing Rate My Teams later on, which I can do it there if you'd like to have it done in front of everyone and everyone else to discuss as well. But yeah, if you want to send it to me in chat, feel free. So yeah, this is the -4 planned. Now, the reason Mahrez is set to drop in price tonight, which, no, I'm live right now. I sort of do it duplicate, so I will be live on Instagram for a little bit and then on YouTube. Anyway, so I'm live on YouTube right now. So yeah, I need the 0.1 to do Kelly to Taylor. So that's why I'm thinking of doing the -4 now. But do I need Taylor? Could I do it without Taylor? Potentially, but then is this -4 just going to be worth it? How to input your teams. So guys, in a little while, I'll ask for your team IDs. And then once you've done that, I can just search them in and your team will come up. So if you don't know how to find your team ID, you go onto your where you go view. You go on your online and you go view your latest points. So you see the team with the points in, and in the search bar, it will have the Fantasy Premier League /entry /a number and then /event. That number between entry and event is what you need to send me in order to be able to look at your team. So yeah, this is the -4 that I am looking at, which would be so yeah, Mahrez out, or you can do it through game week history. Traore and Jimenez in for Mahrez and Greenwood, and it would mean that Fleck would then drop to the bench with these moves. So I would line up with Robertson, Trent, Lascelles, Salah, De Bruyne, Traore, Martial, Vardy, Jimenez, Ings would be my starting team. Right. So yeah, that's the sort of plan at the moment, but we will get onto that in a bit. So hello guys, thanks. You seem to have a few new faces in the chat. If you guys have come from Instagram or you've come from the Elite FPL guys, please go and hit the subscribe button. It would mean a lot for your support. On the beers, I am, which is probably why I'm thinking of taking the -4. Friday night, what can you do? Quarry, so this would be a 3-4-3 this week, which would see me bench Kelly, Stevens, and Fleck, which kind of makes me reluctant to take the -4 because it seems a bit ridiculous to have those players on your bench. But anyway. So, yeah, thanks guys, any of you who do come across from Elite FPL. Appreciate it a lot. I love their streams. Any of you guys who don't follow them there, go and check them out. But Mahrez played probably the game of his season versus Leicester last time. Maybe the -4 this week isn't worth it. But with Mahrez set to drop in price, I then wouldn't be able to afford the transfers that I want, which makes it a little bit difficult. Oh, you're debating who to bench, Fleck and Dominic Calvert-Lewin. I'd probably bench. That's really tough. Probably bench DCL, but that's hard. Arsenal have looked better defensively recently. So the key talking points. So yeah, game week 28, as you guys probably know by now. Yeah, as you guys probably know, game week 28 will be a blank, and so that means Man City, Leicester, Sheffield United and Arsenal don't play. So currently looking at my team, Vardy won't play, Fleck won't play, and De Bruyne won't play, and Kelly doesn't play. So I'm currently one player short, which is, but if after this -4 -4 to be made, so that's why Kelly to Charlie Taylor is probably what I'm looking at, which would give me the full. Oh no, yeah. Oh no, Vardy does play. Vardy does play. I don't need to bench Vardy. Leicester don't blank. It is Aston Villa who blank. So yeah, that's sort of why these transfers are looking to be made to bring in Jimenez and Traore for that game week 28 when I know they'll play, and game week 31 where I also know they'll play. Yeah, sorry, Vishal Vardy does play in 28. He was not meant to. If things had gone as expected, he wouldn't have done, but they didn't unless the loss. So he does play. Thanks. But yeah, that's my plan. What do you guys? Have you guys planned on putting out a full 11 without hits, or are you planning on taking -4s next week, um, or will you play 9, 10 players in that game week? What's your plan and what's your thinking in that? Jimenez, what? Was a talk that he went off injured, but I don't think that was the case. I think he just went off with a little bit of fatigue, as we see from Wolves a little bit. They work their players hard, but I wouldn't be worried about anything to do with that. Evening Sponge. I had a great holiday, and I look forward to seeing you at the meetup in what is it now? It's 3 weeks, 3 weeks or something. 3 weeks on Monday, I think. Um, why was Mane subbed? So Mane was subbed off. People thought he was injured, and he was not. Basically, he had been riled up. The opposition were sort of trying to get at him, and he didn't. Klopp didn't like the way the game was being reffed, and he thought that he couldn't risk Mane being sent off, basically, and the way that it was affecting Mane, so he took him off. That's why he's fully rested. If anything, he's going to be more wanting to get into game week, into this match on Monday night, and do the best he can. So, Mane owners, do not be worried about that. Is it better to target players for 31 or target likely to have double game week and free hit 31? So, Supersport Gaming is quite a difficult one to say because for me, if Liverpool lose to Chelsea in that cup match, meaning they will play in game week 31, then I don't think it's worth playing the free hit in game week 31. I think you can get by with 7 or 8 players in that with double or triple Wolves and triple Liverpool and a few others here or there. But if Liverpool go out, then I think we'll all have to free hit in that game week. So it's this difficult decision that we're going to have to make, which we won't know until sort of a game week and a half's time. So I would probably not think about it too much until we know that for sure, and we can sort of see what our plans will be. Andrew, I don't own Jimenez right now, but I'm not bothered. They play Thursday, and Norwich will give them a tough test. I think they probably will. I don't. If Mahrez was set to not rise, then I don't think I'd be considering this -4. But I wouldn't be able to afford the moves that I want if the prices change the way they plan on. So yeah, I find it's a difficult one to. So best bench order: Moutinho, Martinelli, Williams. Martinelli last. Williams, Moutinho. Sorry, yeah. Mahrez is set to fall in price, which would affect my selling value, which means I wouldn't be able to afford Traore and Jimenez. Which is, well, I could afford them, but then I wouldn't be able to afford my Kelly to Charlie Taylor move, which I do plan on making. So, yeah, sorry, Quarry, I don't. I'm doing my best. But yeah. What are you guys saying? I can't even. Why do you need Taylor? Just hide Kelly third on your bench. True, but it's just then game week 31. if I don't free hit, Charlie Taylor plays. Burnley play in that game week, which is why having the option to have a Charlie Taylor at just 4.2. But then the transfers, I've got to make a transfer between now and then. Is Charlie Taylor worth the -4? Now you guys have got me thinking about it, because I'm not going to play Charlie Taylor between now. I'm going to play him in game week 31 only, right? And if he scores a clean sheet, right, scores 6, fine. But that's only 2 more than if I had a player who scored 0. Looking at Lascelles and Stevens' fixtures, like Lascelles, I could play every week, fine. Maybe not 29 away at Southampton. I wouldn't want that. But the rest of them, I could happily field him. But game week 29, I could play Stevens at home to Newcastle. So I would only be playing Taylor in game week 31. And is it worth the -4? Maybe not. So maybe it's not worth making this -4. Playing Mahrez. But then I'd be playing Mahrez and Fleck. Oh, I don't know. It's a tough one. Kind of want these two now. Kind of really want to make these transfers. Oh, guys, I really want to click that confirm transfers button. I just don't know how Wolves are going to perform after their Europa League. It is Norwich, though, and it would take one goal from one of them and it would be worthwhile, and surely they're going to be involved. Let me know what you guys would think. Would you make these 2 moves now? Let me know. My squad value is so bad, I can't really afford to lose these 0.1s. Let me know what you guys think. Anyway, we'll get the fixture tracker up. It's probably the easiest thing to have up when we're chatting. So are we? The next point. Are we overdoing Wolves? So I mean, that's probably something that you guys need to tell me, because I'm thinking of heavily overdoing Wolves. But their fixtures are nice. Like, this doesn't. Don't like when this doesn't work. But Wolves here second, Norwich, then Tottenham away. Brighton, West Ham, Bournemouth, Villa. They're just great fixtures. I will play both. Yeah, maybe one's worth it. You drink an FPL. I make some of my best. I think that's a myth. I make some of my best transfers this season and last season when I've had a drink, because you don't overthink things. And maybe this is one of those. But now I'm overthinking if I should overthink it. God, I'm having a nightmare, basically. I'll probably end up doing this -4, to be honest, because I like the look of 2 of them on Sunday. Super Sorts Gaming, we will get to it soon, not too long. Mahrez to Richarlison. If you look down here, these Everton fixtures, I know Everton perform against the top teams, but they're just not good enough for me. I'd prefer Traore in those fixtures. So next point on the agenda, fixture ticker. Yeah, we'll get that up. Captaincy options. So are any of you not going with a Liverpool midfielder captain? If you're not, then please let me know who you will be captaining, because I'll be really interested to hear, if you're not going for the Salah Mane captain, who you've decided to put the armband on. Maybe you don't own Salah Mane, which isn't actually that crazy. Like, it's possible to not own them. Maybe you've got Firmino and double defence or something like that. So let me know who you guys are captaining this week, even if it is one of those 2 as well. People are looking at maybe Ings as a captaincy shout, Jimenez as a captaincy shout, or the Liverpool guys. Best non-blanking team run until game week 32. So it is Wolves are definitely top of that. Best non-blanking run. Tottenham in 28, but Southampton are currently top of the fixture ticker. But they could blank in 31, and Newcastle as well. We don't know if Newcastle blank yet, so we can't. So it is Wolves at the moment. Tar captain, you've got triple defence. Anish, that's nice. Which three have you got out of interest? Which of the three? Have you got Gomez? Or have you gone Allison? Or have you got the big three? Vishal is really considering Ings captain. You missed out his Hull versus Villa away. Yeah, but the thing that scares me is I don't want to watch that Monday night with Liverpool having Salah in my team and not wanting him to score because his effective ownership will be over 100%. It will be 150 plus on Monday night. Whereas Ings will still have his ownership below that 100% mark. So even if Ings scores and you don't captain him, you're still going to get a green arrow. Whereas if you captain Ings, yes, that green arrow becomes much bigger if he scores. But then you've got to watch Monday night with Salah and Mane playing and not wanting that game to have a goal. I find that too difficult. So for me, Salah is nailed on. You're considering on benching Fleck and starting Calvert-Lewin. I mean, that's a really hard call. Really tough. Right now, I'd probably start Fleck, but Fleck's not been on great form. Anish, you have Trent, Robertson, and Virgil van Dijk. The big three, as I suppose we'd call them. Great. Are you captaining which? Tar captain, great option. His crossing's not been at it so much. Has Ings been ruled out? I thought he was ruled in. If Mings is ruled out, then that opens a door to that. Let me know, guys, in the chat. Has Ings been ruled out? Has Ings actually been ruled out? Because I'm not. I feel like he hasn't. But anyway, you've got Trent, Van Dijk, and Salah. A lot of people. If you don't have that Liverpool treble up, that's what I'd be interested to hear. But I imagine most of you do. Mane, Salah, Trent. So, Quarry, who will you be captaining this week? Will you be choosing between Salah and Mane? Which of them will you be going with? You'd love to. So CD YouTube, definitely a new name in here. Please hit that subscribe button, guys. Definitely means a lot to me, the support that I'm getting. Mings in. I'm sure Mings is fit. I'm sure Mings has not been confirmed out. Sorry, Ings is fit, but is Tyro Mings fit? Because I feel like he is and he will play, which makes Danny Ings less of an option as captaincy. Yeah, Salah captain, definitely, probably it will be the most captain player this weekend. So one player I wanted to hear your guys' thoughts on, and I put out a tweet about him yesterday, is Tammy Abraham. Now, if you look at Chelsea's fixtures, they're mixed, but they're not bad. So we see Chelsea here with Spurs, Bournemouth away, Everton at home, Villa, Man City at home, West Ham, Watford. Good fixtures. Are we going to start after this game? If we start it after the Spurs game, so start it from game week 28 onwards, as most of you have made your transfers. Let me know if any of you haven't made your transfers yet. Can't seem to click it, but anyway. Yeah, keep it on. Okay. It's probably the best way to go is just put it on one and keep it there. But anyway, we see Chelsea jump to 5th in the fixture tracker up to game week 34. Great fixtures for him. Could we see the likes of Tammy, who's now quite low ownership, become a good differential. Is definitely someone that we should look at. But yeah, thanks guys. Mings is available, so makes Danny Ings less of a captaincy option. With this game week or next game week, are you planning on having him for the Spurs game? Because if you are, I'd wait as close to the deadline because we should get some early team news on Twitter about whether Tammy starts or not, or whether he is just on the bench. But we should get early news on that, and if you can afford to wait, then I would do. Supersport Gaming, is that Willian or Williams that you're talking about? Willian. It's Salah all the way, but is Salah on pens though? So with Henderson being out and Milner being back, we might see Milner start, and that would take Salah off pens. So I wouldn't give Salah the armband because he's just on pens, and maybe he won't be on pens now if Milner does start. No problem, Vishal. No problem at all. Not a problem. So I don't know if Salah will be on pens, because if Milner's on the pitch, it will be Milner. Definitely will be. So what was next? So guys, while we just finish off these, please drop your team IDs in the chat now, and I will start doing the rate my teams for you all if my internet doesn't explode when I try to do it again. So if we look at here, Marcus Rashford has the highest. So if we look, who is this is then, so guys, this shows XG, so this is predicted goals and everything like that. If we look over the past 5 games, filter in all positions, Sergio Aguero has the highest XG, but he's overperformed. Then we see here Jimenez has underperformed what he should have scored. Jimenez has the second highest XG over the past 5 games. Then Salah, who's performed practically as he should, but he hasn't had the assists maybe he should have done. Maybe this is a key that I do need. Jimenez. Jimenez ranks second for XG. That's interesting. So team ID, you either go on your points and it's in the little bar at the top and it will have it, or you go on, it's the little number on when you go on points, it's the number after the word entry, or you go on team history and then it's there apparently. So first we have Quarry. Ooh, flowing in 93830. If you guys have any notes to put with it, then please, it would help me out. So this is Quarry's team. 71 last week. You made 2 transfers last week, so you'll have 1 this week. You bench Lundstrom. So, okay, so Quarry, you're thinking of next week, do you play Calvert-Lewin or Traore? Understood. In defence, who does Dunk have? Who do Brighton have? Sheffield United away. Quarry, who are you playing in defence? Are you planning on playing Lundstrom? Or, because apparently, this is a rumour only, is that Lundstrom doesn't start tomorrow. This is not confirmed, absolutely not confirmed, but from one of the people on Twitter, the correspondent, Tomo from Sheffield United, the Sheffield United correspondent from for Planet FPL, says that Lundstrom does not start again tomorrow, but we don't know about that. But yeah, You've done a -4 already this week. Okay, so what were those moves, Quarry? It's a nice team. You've probably changed your defence around, which is fair enough. It's nice. Captaincy probably on Salah this week, as Mane will still be a differential. Get Traore in your starting lineup. You're starting Trent, Size, Lascelles. Okay, so probably Dunk's gone and maybe Kelly. Nice moves, good defence. I like that a lot. Nice -4. Not much more I'd change there. I like it a lot. McCarthy in goal as well. So yeah, good team, very good team. Good luck with it, Quarry, this week, and I look forward to hearing how it goes next week. So Ace Adventurer notes. So 2 free transfers. Jesus was a punt. My thoughts are Jesus and Holgate out for Tammy and Doherty. So I wonder if Jimenez doesn't. So let's have a look first. Walker Peters doesn't play, but that's fine. Your bench can happily cover Walker Peters being out for a week. Holgate, you probably don't want to start. So you've probably benched Walker Peters and Holgate for Traore and Lascelles. You've kept Dunk. Okay, Pope this week, that's fine. Yeah. Who does Pope have again? Someone. Yeah, Bournemouth at home. Fair enough. Fair enough. You're starting Pope over Henderson. Interesting. But yeah, sorry. So who's this? Ace, you can start Traore and Lascelles over Walker Peters and Holgate. That's easy. I'd wait on the early team news. If we know Tammy's going to start, fine, use the 2 free transfers. If Tammy doesn't start, then maybe you don't have the money in the bank to presumably do the other one. If you don't have, that's tough because then you're wasting a transfer. Sorry guys, can someone help CTB YouTube get his team ID? Yeah, I'd start Hendo as well. Start Hendo. So Traore and Lascelles presumably coming in. No, I wouldn't bench boost. If you've got 2 free transfers, Jesus out. I understand that. Maybe Jesus to. Maybe you do Jesus to Tammy this week, and you just go without the second transfer on Doherty this week. This is tough because it sort of depends on if Tammy doesn't start, then do you want to just burn a transfer? Is that the best way of going? Or if Tammy doesn't start, do you use your transfer and do Holgate to someone like Charlie Taylor, who you know will lead you good in the future when you need him for the blanks, and then use your 2 free transfers next week? So yeah, if Tammy's going to start, then Jesus to Tammy, fine. If not, Holgate to someone like Charlie Taylor, maybe the best way to go. Next, Supersport Gaming. You have a very nice round. Does that make sense, Ace? Let me know. I'd wait as early to the deadline as possible because we should get early team news on that about whether Tammy's going to start. Thanks, Quarry. Helps a lot. So, Supersport Gaming. What transfers do I make and where do I go to? 2 free transfers this week and 0.2 in the bank. So, okay, your bench is really nice. Looking at next week, you won't have 1, 2, 3 playing. Fine. Fernandez. Doherty's interesting. Even to be honest, if you could do Holgate to Bolly this week, then I would absolutely do that as one move and just leave it as that. Maybe if you can do Bolly. Hi, Bilal. Thanks for coming. Anyone who wants to drop their team IDs, I will do them in order and I will get to every single one of you. So this is Supersport Gaming. 2 free transfers, 0.2 in the bank. I think it's probably time to sell Lundstrom because we don't know he's nailed. For you this week, Lundstrom to another Sheffield United defender maybe would still stand you in good stead going forward. It's a simple move. I haven't seen that article, Quarry. Please can you link that to me or send it to me on Twitter? Definitely be interested to read that. But he does get forward and he has got assists, but I probably think Bolly is more worth the money. So SSG, I think Lundstrom to a other Sheffield United defender is a good move for you there. Not too much else that I'd look to change, to be honest. Interesting to see who you start in goal this week. Do you go to Bravka away or will you go with McCarthy? Let me know. But probably Lundstrom is probably just one. While you've got 2 free transfers, it's just worth making that change. Went to someone who you know is nailed. The rest of your team is really nice, unless you decide to sell Aguero. That is, Aguero to Jimenez is definitely a good move because I'm not sure I see Aguero starting this. That makes sense. So Aguero downgrade maybe to Jimenez and Lundstrom to another, maybe Bolly if you want to go Wolves or another Sheffield United defender. But I like Bolly a lot. I can't emphasise how much I like Bolly. Definitely a good option. So where do we get to? So Vishal. Sorry, my laptop is just frozen. Here we go. Can you guys read the chat well enough? Because I've had problems in recent weeks and I've tried to change the settings. So Vishal, so no notes from Vishal that I can see. So. Okay. Aurier needs to go straight away. Not on your screen. Yeah, Aurier needs to go. But you could start Williams this week, but I still think that Aurier to Lascelles is a good, solid move going forward. Aurier to Lascelles, simple, or Bolly. If you can, how much is Aurier now? If you can afford Aurier to Bolly, which you can with his price, definitely do that. Aurier to Bolly, done. Good move this week. The rest of it looks nice. So JMS call. No notes from you again. That's fine. I'll happily. No problem. Thanks, guys, for sending your teams in, and thanks for coming by. As always, nice to see so many faces in here tonight. Okay, so McCarthy, God, you've got double defence there. Williams, Bulldog, Lundstrom benched. Okay. Thanks for guys who did come from Elite FPL. I know I spammed it a little bit, but it's nice to have as many of you in here as possible. I tend to stream at different times as well, so it's not like I'll be clashing with them. So please do hit that subscribe button. It means a lot. And do come by when you can. So the team here belongs to, where is it? JM Skull. Nice team. Charleston is an interesting one, but he's worth a keep at the moment. Not that much I'd change, to be honest. Douglas Luiz potentially upgrading to maybe, it's a hard one, McNeil or Moy, but if you've only got 1 free transfer, this team definitely screams roll your transfer. It's not too much needed to it. If you've got 2 free transfers, and I don't know how much you've got in the bank, maybe upgrade Douglas Luiz, change Lundstrom maybe because he isn't nailed. The likes of Bolly, as I've said, or Lascelles to come in there. Those of you guys who do stick around, you may well be seeing some live transfers tonight. So this belongs to... This is FPL Sponge. Okay, nice team. Like we've done there. Maddison, if you've kept him this long, keep him going forward. But your bench obviously needs work. So Rico to Lascelles, Webster to Taylor. Simple moves that will just shore you up. That's where your focus needs to be, especially with the blank game week next week with Grealish and De Bruyne not playing. Definitely look to your bench, but your rank is great, so I wouldn't worry about that. Oh, cheers Ace for subscribing. Yeah, I went on Wildcat, so thanks. Yeah, so those would be my moves. But we can always talk about it over a few beers on... I will happily bite anyone who turns up around that night as well. So that's fine. Maybe I won't be saying this when I haven't had so many drinks, but... Ooh. Gadir, that's... I don't know how you've done that, but that's my team ID. How have you done that? That's my team ID that you've put in. But anyway, we'll move on. How have you got my team ID? You said, can I review? No, I'm not reviewing your team ID. My own team. What? Right, so then we've got to skip down a little bit. Sorry, it takes a little bit of time to load. Who? God, yeah, you've put my... I'm so confused. Where do we go? So, oh, Sponge. Vardy in for Ings this week. Would you get Bolly in for Rico for a -4? Yes, no, I probably wouldn't do it for a -4 because I wouldn't know where you'd start him. So I'd probably wait and do it next week. How has he got my team ID? I'm so confused. But anyway, 4773. The longer this stream goes on, the less my laptop likes how much I'm using it. But anyway, so Sultan, here we go. Got a few more at the bottom there, but a few more team IDs to do. So 62 points, nice. From with a -4, okay, same as me then. Jimenez already in there, nice. You've only got one blanker there. There's nothing you need to change with that. Ryan, maybe you look for a goalkeeper change and you go Ryan to Pope or you go Ryan to McCarthy or someone like that. So yeah, there's literally not much I'd change. Maybe you need to look at Lundstrom to replacing him. But yeah, not much I'd change about that. It's a really nice team you've got there. Lundstrom, I do Lundstrom to Bolly. I don't think Doherty's worth the cash, to be honest. Lundstrom to Bolly is worth just as much to me. But a great team. You've set yourself in really good stead there. So Krishna will go to next. But yeah, if not, then I'd look at Ryan out. I'd look at a goalkeeper change. My laptop just gets so hot after a while and it doesn't like me. So where are we going? Krishna. Thanks, guys, for saying that you'll come back. I appreciate it a lot. Okay. Ooh, bit of a differential we got going on here. I like the solid Liverpool trio. Deeney's an interesting one. He can stay. Son obviously needs to go. I do like a look of a downgrade in Son to allow you to upgrade to get Jimenez in for Greenwood. So maybe Son to someone like Harvey Barnes. Son to Harvey Barnes and then Greenwood up to Jimenez would be really nice moves and would allow your defence, which is a bit ropey, to sort of cope. So that's maybe what I'd look to do with this team. This was Krishna, I think. Yeah. Cheers, Sultan. Please, guys, do hit the subscribe button and leave comments or anything and share it around. So finally, guys, this will be the last one, and then I'll talk about Jota, which I see you guys in the chat talking about. So this is Kunle, 60-point game week with a -8. Is that Mope up front? Yikes. So instantly, I see places that I would look to improve this team. Mope and Mahrez instantly looking at Traore and Jimenez double up, but for the two of them, looks like great moves going forward, whether it's this week or next week. You've already gone Mopai to Ings, still good moves. If you can do Mahrez to Traore and Deeney to Jimenez, definitely moves that I would consider probably. Jota is an interesting one, but I do think Neto will have to get game time for Wolves, and maybe Jota is the one that makes way. I just think Jimenez is more solid in that lineup. You've done Lundstrom to Doherty. Thoughts? Doherty is a good option, but I prefer Bolly personally. But I prefer Bolly personally, but Doherty definitely has a high ceiling as he gets up the right wing. Jota's a nice differential, but I personally prefer Jimenez. I need to upgrade my laptop, but it's expensive. I don't have money. But yeah, I am thinking of doing it, especially for the start of next season when these streams will be, like regular. I mean, they're regular now, but yeah. So yeah, that's definitely what I'd look at. Deeney to Jimenez and Mahrez to someone like that to Traore, just to make sure you get enough players out next week as well. He does well in Europa League. Yeah, it is a bit of a differential. I can see why people would think him, but I would definitely prefer Jimenez. Sorry, Krishna, you say you've made your transfers. I can't scroll because my laptop's so slow. Oh, sorry, yes. So you got Pepe, Bolin, Jota for Sondini. Okay, those moves absolutely made sense. I can see why you've done what you've done. I like Pepe's differential. I had a tweet about him the other day. So yeah, good moves, Krishna. Sets you in good stead. Right, one more, Lassie, because I know you're a regular in here, so I will review your team for you. Been live for almost an hour. Yikes. And then we will wrap things up. So, Lassie. Lassie? I don't know. 62, Stevens, Traore, Jimenez, Grealish, Salah, Aubameyang. I like it a lot. Aubameyang's an interesting one. I don't know how much time. But next week you're fine. You'll play all of your bench. Webster to someone like, as I've said, Webster to Bolly if you can afford, or Charlie Taylor if you can't. And maybe Grealish out. But overall, you could probably play with 10 men and not worry too much. Your team is really nice here. I expect you've got a fair rank with that as well. I don't know if I can have a look. 156k, yeah, nice rank. So yeah, maybe Webster or someone, or maybe even Grealish, just to sort of shore up so you've got enough players for next week is what I'd be looking at to do. But yeah, guys, that is everyone's rate my teams. So I don't know what those numbers represent, but anyway, there we go. So a lot of new faces in this stream, so thanks all for coming by. If you haven't subscribed already, please do. I stream at 8 o'clock, between 7 and 8 on either a Thursday or Friday, depending on what I've got on, pretty much every week. Talking FPL, rate my teams, transfers, the usual, anything you guys want to talk about basically in the chat, and I'll discuss it. But yeah, so it means a lot, new guys coming in from Elite FPL or Instagram or anything like that. So thank you all for coming by. Good luck in your game week 27, and then I will see you before game week 28. If you guys do have any questions on that I haven't answered, feel free to message me on Instagram, YouTube, reply in the comments, or Twitter where I normally am, and I'll be happy to get back to them. I'll be doing a Q&A tomorrow morning for any last final questions. But yeah, been live for an hour now, so thank you all, and I will see you next time. Thanks, guys, and good luck, everyone. I hope you've enjoyed, and I will see you next time. Cheers, guys. Audio is back. Right, we're going. For you guys who are still here, I'll be making transfers now. I told you that I would, and I think these transfers need to be made. I want those against that Norwich side, so I'm going to be going for it. I'll do it sort of sharp and snappy for anyone who wants to stay. Mahrez and Traore out. Greenwood and Jimenez will be coming in for a -4 live on stream. Yeah, what more to say apart from confirm? There we go. Jimenez will not be last on my bench. No. There we go. Anyone who left should have stayed around. But we've taken a -4. My bench now looks too strong, as I thought it would. But Mahrez is gone. Mahrez is gone. Don't tell me to keep him now. I've sold him. But yeah, it's gone. That's my team for next game week. -4 taken. I've got to have some fun now. My rank is plummeting. Good luck, guys, and I can now end the stream. Cheers, guys, and I'll see you next time.